everybody, welcome back. It's Cape Rugby TV, where, of course, every week we take a look at what's happening in the world of club rugby. Big thanks to our partners on board with us, Score Energy Drinks. Remember, you can win yourself a case of Score during the course of the show. You can see their logo behind me right there. Of course, in the Spot the Ball competition that comes up a little bit later. MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. I'm going to tell you a little bit about their sports supplement section this evening. And, of course, Iceberg, Aircon and Compressors. Joining me back on the show tonight, everybody, Jerome Parvater, DHL Western Province Rugby Currie Cup side coach. And, okay, I'm just going to leave it there. Welcome back, Jerome.
Yeah, JP, good to be back again. And yeah, as must say, last week was nice not to have rugby, not to have yeah, and the guys were just training, but they're off this week, so another break. But yeah, good to refresh a bit.
Yeah, Faisal Felton, nice to have you back as well. Always great to have you here because we get first-hand information.
Yeah, no, good evening, JP, good evening, listeners. Yeah, always good to be back. Seems like things are back to normal. This 2-year break seems like never even happened, and everything's back. You know.
Wow, yeah, you're right. So that was going to be my question to you. Are you? I mean, we're looking at results coming in. We're seeing fixtures. Clubs are planning for the weekends. Does it feel back to normal for you guys?
No, definitely. I think it feels as if COVID came and went, and everything's back to normal. So I think from our side, we're definitely looking forward to a humding of a season. I think from a club side, everything seems normal. The guys, in terms of communication, chatting, and that there. So yeah, we all ready to go.
Are clubs more now having the discussions around? I suppose for 2 years they didn't talk about fixtures and logs and results and player registration. The conversation was maybe about other things, but is that the topics now that are there? Is your daily chit chat is about who we're playing and can we play and where is the field going to be?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the reality has kicked in that the season is about to start, and I think the 2-year gap has sort of guys just need to familiarize themselves a bit in terms of what's happening from administrative side, so it's just familiarizing, getting back into the swing of things. And like you say, the fixtures, we can see the amount of games and the amount of fixtures for this past weekend has increased 3 times. So it's good to be back.
Yeah, I think you had just over 40, 50 teams on the field in this past weekend. Anyway, one of the teams that we looked at, or matches that we looked at this weekend, folks, was Rocklands. They had a friendly. Of course, at the moment, all the matches are friendlies. The league is, we're going to find out a little bit about more the league during the course of the show, so make sure that you stay tuned. But yes, Rocklands hosted Motte Wanderers. We'll give you the result a little bit later in the show, so don't go away. But let's take a look at the first half highlights. Well, Rocklands, Motte Wanderers, of course, folks, you can see playing at home, or Rocklands at least at home. Jerome, you're the rugby expert. Faisal, you as well, but let's go to you first. For me, it looked like there was lots of stand-up rugby there.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of set pieces in this game. There's a lot of, I must say, for this time of the year, a lot of continuity in the game, and yeah, so maybe it's a good thing. Maybe the coaches wanted to see some set pieces, especially like in the first half. I saw one scrum. I didn't see a line out, but maybe the second half was a bit more. Once the guys get tired, a bit more knock-ons and a bit more. But the first half, you can see Rocklands, they had a bigger side. They just went direct. In Motte, you can see their plan was to run the ball from that one scrum that I see. They played wide and they got momentum.
Faisal, we're going to take a look at the second half in a second, and we'll speak to Motte Wanderers coach Donovan Blau as well as the captain Brian Jacobs. But both of these teams were quite active during the lockdown period. Rocklands was making quite an effort on community outreach projects, and speaking to Reginald Pfeiffer at Motte Wanderers, they made quite an effort to grow their junior structures.
No, definitely. I think, especially Motte, who used to play in the Siemensburg region and at there, so they've been very active, and it's a bit tough, but they kept going, and I think it's good to see, the commitment of them. They're always active, they're always involved, like you can see the numbers and at there. So I definitely think, it's a club that is progressing and will, definitely be, a team to be reckoned with.
Is it too early to tell if clubs over the 2-year period, during that time, if they were reaching out to their members to keep their members active? Some of those clubs now that maybe were quiet have to now work a little bit harder to get the players back. Are you seeing any of that yet? That the clubs that stayed in contact with their players, maybe they're finding it a little bit easier to get back on the park?
No, definitely. I think we look at our numbers and that we've had, constant communication with clubs, and, every single club is active, every single club is communicating. So yeah. I think from a union side, it's good to see, that we haven't had any clubs that have sort of fallen apart and non-existent and that there. So the good thing is it has shown that during the COVID period, we've
stayed connected.
Continuing connected with the clubs. Yeah. They've been active, whether they've been at workshops or whether they're on social, on virtual meetings. Yeah. So it's definitely paid. In terms of the numbers and stuff and that there. I think we've laid the foundation, and it's now about building on that foundation. So the next couple of weeks, I think it's quite key and it's crucial. I think it's about, the numbers growing and trying, to get the message out there that club rugby is alive and kicking, and, you need to get down there and start, and start training.
Let's catch up with Motte Wanderers coach Donovan Blau and captain Brian Jacobs. We're still in the first half, folks. We'll still do the second half after the break.
Yes, I'm very excited. The numbers are obviously increasing as well, so we're picking up with the numbers, and the guys are excited, yes. Fitness is a factor, yes, and but I think the guys are more excited than anything else. Today's game went very well. I believe it went very well. We still have some homework to do, I believe. However, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with it, irrespective of the results. Yes, we're looking forward to the 2022 season, and I think the boys, I'm very much excited as well. Rugby like this in the community is a huge plus. As you can see, the supporters are there. Everybody's happy as well.
It went pretty well for us because it's our third game, and we did pretty good. Even though we lose this game, but I think we will come back much stronger. And yeah, the COVID was playing a big role, but I believe we grow during this period. Yeah, we're looking forward for the season that is on our hands. I think it starts the 1st of April, but we are well prepared for the season.
Donovan Blau and Brian Jacobs there. Jerome, you as the Currie Cup coach, you must be happy, and of course we know that you've got a lifetime of experience in the world of club rugby, but you must be happy to see that clubs are so active.
Yeah, it's good to see them playing, and also as Donovan was saying now, it's so good for the community, people going out, and I know also people like to travel in the communities. So that's a big plus, instead of sitting there on a Saturday not knowing what to do. So that is a big plus for everybody in the community. There's rugby, rugby keep the guys together the whole week, so we can't ask for more, and I hope we can continue and it can go on as normal and more people can go to the games.
Yep, well, we're getting there one day at a time. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll take a look at the second half of the match between Motte Wanderers and, of course, Rocklands. And we'll be speaking to Rocklands coach Ryan Krause as well as their captain Ryan Hartnick, and then we'll give you the score.